American Morning, the most news in the morning, period. Weekdays 6 Eastern.
John McCain now saying that he supports offshore drilling to find more U.S. oil. Right now, there's a federal ban in place that stops states that might want to from allowing oil drilling. Will it set up a battle in some key swing states this election year? Here to talk about that and McCain's efforts to gain more women voters is Carley Fiorina. She's a senior advisor to the McCain campaign, also the former CEO and chairwoman of Hewlett-Packard. She joins us now from McCain headquarters in Arlington, Virginia. Carley, good to see you again. Thanks for coming in this morning.
Nice to see you, John. Good morning.
So tell me a little bit about this proposal that Senator McCain will issue later on today to lift the federal moratorium on offshore drilling. Critics are saying that it's not much more than an outreach for contributions from the oil and gas industry and maybe to try to take a swing at some voters in Virginia, a state that is considering allowing offshore drilling if it had the authority to do so.
Well, John McCain begins a series of conversations today with the American people about our energy crisis, and he will talk as well about what it will take to achieve energy independence. John McCain first began talking about this subject about a year ago, and since then it's important to remember the price of oil has doubled in just a year. And so clearly these are extraordinary times, and he is proposing both a series of short-term and long-term measures. But to your specific question, yes, he is calling for a lifting of the ban on offshore, off-continental shelf drilling. It will still be up to the states to decide whether they will permit such drilling. But obviously this is a time now where we need to tap all of our own reserves of oil, natural gas, coal. He proposes basic research into clean coal, but we need more sources of energy of our own.
Now, some polls are suggesting that the majority of Americans may support a proposal to increase offshore drilling on the coast of the United States, but this proposal would also put him at odds with environmentalists who say it flies in the face of his plans to curb global warming. And the real rich prize here in all of this, Florida. Governor Christ is well opposed, and environmentalists in the state of Florida are very much opposed to offshore drilling there. So, I mean, could he ever get this through?
Well, ultimately, of course, as I said, it will be up to the states to decide, and Florida will have a decision to make. But I think it's also important to remember that McCain has consistently said that the U.S. must take a lead in curbing global warming. It is why, despite his call for the lifting of this ban, he also will repeat today once again that he believes we must preserve pristine wildernesses like Anwar, like the Grand Canyon, so he does not propose drilling there. But again, this is a time now where we are in foreign debt, paying for foreign oil, where the price of gas goes up every day. And so in addition to short-term solutions like the gas tax holiday, which he has proposed for several months now, he also wants to talk to the American people about the longer-term solutions, which are mining our own energy more effectively, but also turning to green technologies, nuclear power, all of those things that will help us achieve independence from foreign oil.
Let me switch gears here a little bit, because there's a battle raging out there on the campaign trail for disaffected Hillary Clinton supporters. You're involved in this outreach. You were on a conference call with John McCain over the weekend. Barack Obama is taking aim at this outreach to women, saying, quote, about Senator McCain, he has opposed equal pay. He has opposed the CHIP, that's the health care program that would make children insured. He opposed efforts to protect women against some of the discrimination that they experience in the workplace. You know, that's not going to be a track record that I think is going to be very appealing to women. How do you respond to that?
Well, first, I think John McCain has a very particular view about the role of government, and he doesn't believe that government should be regulating pay, although he certainly agrees that women need to be treated equally in the workplace. But very specifically, what I would say is this: no one should be taking the woman's vote for granted. They represent 52% of the voting public. They start small businesses at twice the rate of men. Small business is the engine of growth in this economy. And so what John McCain is talking to women about is the fact that they are an economic and political force. And he wants to talk to them about issues that matter to their pocketbooks. They manage the family budget, for example.
But according to recent polls, Senator Obama has got a huge advantage in women voters, as much as 13% in some polls.
Well, and that lays out the challenge for us to make sure that women understand who John McCain is, what he stands for. And the reality is that I have met many, many women across this country who are very open-minded and eager to understand John McCain. And I think that represents a huge opportunity for us, and I think we will narrow that gap considerably.
We will keep watching this battleground very closely. Carley Fiorina, thanks for being with us this morning. It's good to see you.
Nice to be with you, John.
Take care.